So, looked at this a tiny bit, other than the one strut here being messed up, the fluid that pissed out of here, and a sway bar link, which is completely snapped off. It doesn't look too bad apart from that so far. Body-wise, it's pretty good, I'd say. Other than the fucking crash damage, but the crash damage doesn't seem too extensive, so that's very good news. Well, got a little bit of an update on the EM2 here. Not a major one, because I haven't really figured out a whole lot of stuff, but I did start disassembling it. So I got I don't know what this one would be. I don't know how they differentiate these or whatever the fuck, if this is left or if this is right, but I took one of them off, including the bracket, and I took off the fender as well, the unpainted one, which I noticed when I took it off. Actually, this hood latch cable is routed somewhat incorrectly. It should be through this loop. That's why it's got so much slack on it, so it should be through that loop, and then it'll be a bit tighter against there, so I gotta fix that, which I have to fix the hood latch anyway, which I tried fixing it, but yeah, so far no luck on that, but I'll fuck with it more. As far as actual damage and whatnot goes, I think we're looking pretty good for the most part. I don't see any obvious indicators here other than right on the front here, which is I think this is the AC condenser. I don't know if this is the condenser or if the condenser's deeper in, but this bit here, as you can see, pretty straight there, looks pretty normal. Then this starts getting kind of a little bit of a curve to it, and then you can see where it's punched in there, and you can see how it's kind of dented. So I think that's where the main impact with the deer happened. Horn's still good. I think most of this is still fine, just needs to be bent out a little bit. And this, I don't want to keep calling it the wrong thing if it's the wrong fucking thing, but I think the condenser might be savable, if that is what that is. If I just bend it back, it might be. It's debatable, but maybe. But overall, everything else is looking pretty good up here. The front crash bar is totally fine. No dings or anything on it, so that's good, I guess. Kind of wish it was maybe a little lower down to help protect, but it's not too bad. You can kind of see the extent of it there, how it's kind of bowed in. And then you can also see the power steering reservoir. It's snapped off from here somewhere. A little, I think there was a little tab holding it on. Now it's got zip ties holding it on, but I can easily put that tab back, I would think. I don't know what is up with this. What the fuck? It's like rubber or tape or something. This is weird. I don't fucking know. But kind of at further inspection, there's a few things like this. This does not have the bolt here for the AC line, so that's kind of loose. Obviously that ground is fucking destroyed. This little loom here isn't in this little spot where it's supposed to sit. So there's a couple things kind of janky, kind of mismatched around. And as far as the parts I took off, we're missing quite a bit of hardware for the front bumper, mainly underneath here. But that's whatever. I can replace it, obviously, the hardware. Yeah, looking at the side here, it doesn't look too bad. I want to get the fender liners off as well. Gonna disassemble this side too in a little bit here. This side obviously isn't as bad, but you got a few deep scratches. I'm thinking at this point the entire car is probably gonna have to be repainted, which, yeah, it's not really what I was wanting to do, but that's kind of looking like the reality of it, unfortunately. But for the first time ever getting a new paint job, so that'll be cool, I guess, you know. I'll show off the driver's door here, actually, because we have some issues with it. So when I open it, you can see it drops down. So we have the same issue that I have with the Cobalt, except you can hear it too. Or maybe it's just that piece. I'm not too sure actually if it's just that piece. It might have just been this plastic piece. There was some other piece in there that was making a bunch of crunching noises, which wasn't ideal. But yeah, so this needs to be raised up, I guess. Probably when they were fucking with it, they probably adjusted the door down a little bit by accident. So that doesn't close properly right now, which is kind of annoying, but the door is already all scratched up and shit. So yeah, now what can you do? But yeah, I mean, overall it's not that bad, I guess. I mean, the rest of the damage will be back here further, but that I think is the extent of that damage. It just kind of dents in, and then here I think it just caught the back of the bumper and kind of just ripped the back off a little bit. So we taken the whole thing apart, essentially. Gonna take the rear bumper off, might take the doors off, I don't know yet though. But yeah, I'll definitely be taking all this other shit off. I don't know if I'm going to take the hood off or not. I mean, I have to get it painted anyway, obviously, but don't know if I'm going to take it off sooner than later. Might leave it on. Same with like the trunk and the doors. I might just leave that stuff on so I can still like transport it and it's still somewhat sealed and it's not, you know, just open to the elements like the engine bay or the interior. So until I, you know, figure out what I'm doing with it. Well, I mean, you know, like building it wise, I just need to figure out maybe if I can store it somewhere for a while it's all ripped apart, because here doesn't really work that well, because my dad always has, you know, project vehicles and I have my daily, and then, you know, got the EM2, so kind of not a lot of space. There's also a vehicle in the garage right now, another project vehicle in the garage, so like, you know, running out of space a little bit. And also I have no, you know, there's no coverage here. Like I don't have a roof of any sort here, so this is just out in the elements. So, and kind of need the garage to be able to do this shit on his project vehicles, so I can't just stick it in the garage. And unfortunately this is only a one bay garage, you know, it's not big enough for multiple vehicles. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what to do with that. Fucking around with the Cobalt as well, of course, but want to get moving on this because I've had this fucking car back since December and I haven't really done anything at all on it. So need to get moving.